What is up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF with the last post-game recap of the year, guys. It's been a long year, 82 game season, but we finished on a high note, beating these flippers. 35 to finishing the season on a 35 win record, man, which is a pretty nice step forward. But very, very excited, man. This is the last recap of the year for me, guys. But I'll be doing some other recaps during the playoffs here and there. And also, I got a lot of content waiting for you guys this summer, so I can't wait for you guys to come along for the ride. But this should be a fun summer, man. We can finally start talking about the summer now that the season is officially over. But this season flew by, man. It just gonna miss the Lakers this summer. However, we got a busy summer coming up ahead. But great game by everybody tonight, man. They showed up. The jacket came through in full effect. Very excited. What's up, Malibu? But yeah, man, I got to tell you, very proud of this young team. They fought no matter who was on the roster every night, no matter who was injured. They fought tooth and nail all season long and competed all season long. So we gotta give a hand to this young Laker team, man. They fought all season long and they just played with a lot of heart. Speaking of heart, man, Josh Hart is such a steal tonight. He had a career high 30 points to finish the season off on a high note, proving that he could eventually be the starting two guard for us, especially if we whiff on free agency. So we have that security blanket that is Josh Hart. Very, very good two-way player, man. I'm telling people, man, his ceiling is a lot better than people give him credit for. I mean, some people were talking Derek Fisher, but I see more of a Jimmy Butler type ceiling for this guy. And yes, I know Jimmy Butler is bigger, but, man, he's just so good, man. He also has that scoring ability, and he shows the ability to lead this young team. So very excited, man. And I'm ecstatic for our future. And this summer, starting with this summer, man, it's just going to be really, really exciting. I can't wait. Also, Gary Payton played pretty good, man. That's somebody that NBA team should take a look at. I mean, he's athletic. He plays defense. And if he can knock down the shot, hey, who knows? But so excited, guys. It was just a fun season. I hope you guys had fun as well. We finally put the Clippers back in their place, right? That's where they belong, man. And even without our main guys, our G League team was able to step up tonight and just put our footprint, on their back end. So it was just fun to watch, man. Just a great way to end the season. Very proud of everybody. Andre Ingram, he didn't necessarily shoot well tonight, but he plays good defense. So that's somebody that NBA teams need to look at, including our Lakers. He can shoot and he can lock down. So I really like the way that he played defense tonight. Excuse me. Thomas Bryant got some run as well. Caruso, I feel like is somebody we should bring out. We should definitely bring him back. So I liked what he did this year off the bench, and he's a pretty good facilitator. So he's somebody I would definitely look to bring back. Dan, I was the one that told you to bring the jacket out of retirement for sure, buddy. And I had to do it just because the Clippers are playing tonight. So yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good to end this season on a high note. And we got so many great content coming out for you guys this summer, man. I can't wait. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna drop the grades video. I have to put it into production tonight. I'll be working OT and hopefully I can drop it by tomorrow morning before I go to work or tomorrow afternoon. But I got you guys, man. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be dropping grades for each player and our head coach. So that's interesting, including the front office and the job they did as well. So they're all getting grades. And also, if I have time tomorrow, I'm going to drop a recap live stream video of our exit interviews. So I'm going to have to, probably when I get back from work, I'm going to have to watch all the exit interviews and then come back to you guys. But just a great season, guys. I had a blast, honestly. Injuries aside and a couple of boneheaded coaching mistakes aside, this was a fun season. And it was one that's setting us forward on the right path, in the right direction. This year we really showed promise. Everyone from Kuzma, Josh Hart to Lonzo, Ingram, Julius, they all showed promise, and they showed that they're going to be something to be reckoned with in the near future. So super hyped. Hey, what's up, Byron? How you doing, man? Just celebrating, man, the end of the season. Like I said, great video coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But so happy, man. Dan, did you see that Thomas Bryant block? Yes, he did it on his way down. That kid has a lot of skills, man. That kid had a lot of skills. Thanks, Justin. I definitely won't stop the grind. Like I said, I got you guys all summer. I got you guys, man. So impressed by Ingram, the virtue year-old lucky that rented through the 10 years of the G League. And some great run in the final 2 games of the season. I really, really, really like this defense tonight. So even though he didn't shoot lights out, there's a spot somewhere in this league for a player like that. So I'm glad he got his chance to showcase that he can be a two-way player, shooter and a 3-and-D guy, you know? And he could even take you off the dribble and stuff. So, hey, what's up, LA Forever? Welcome, man, to the last live stream of the year, or I'm sorry, recap of the year, because there's going to be a couple of more live streams coming this summer. Hey, the jacket, though. Yes, sir. Did his job today, so I'm hanging this puppy up until free agency, man. I can't wait, guys. So many things to talk about this summer. Now we can start talking about the offseason, about free agency, starting tomorrow, guys. Like I said, I'm dropping that video, and we're live streaming. Most likely, if I get back from work on time, I'm going to live stream my reaction to the exit interviews. They should be very telling. You know, that sometimes you can tell whether players are coming back or not based on the exit interviews. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to tell certain players, man. Thank you, Dan, for always making videos. For sure, buddy. It's my pleasure. Again, to me, this is not a job. If you love what you do, man, this isn't work. Even though I do put in the work, it's always fun for me. So thank you guys for making it fun and just a great season, man. Dan, been good hanging out with you all season. Yes, sir, Andrew. And stay tuned. Like I said, so much more content coming up, guys. You're right about Gary Payton. I like the kid, man. I like him. You know, if he gets a chance somewhere, I mean, he plays defense. He can slash. He can score. He showed tonight. You know, he showed flashes of scoring. He had 25 points tonight. So somebody is going to give him a shot. I like the kid a lot. Josh Hart is just a playmaker. Yes, sir. Not just a playmaker, but he's just a player, man. He's a real two-way beast. Did you see the way he stripped? I don't remember who it was from the Clippers when they were coming down the lane for a layup, and he just stripped it and it went off of him. This guy has great defensive instincts, and he can also score. So, again, the sky's the limit for him. I can't wait to talk about things they need to work on this summer. I'm going to address that in tomorrow's video. I'm going to incorporate it. I'm going to do grades and what they need to work on in the summer. Also, in this video, I'm going to give my predictions on who's coming back and who's gone. So that's all coming up tomorrow, man. Stay tuned. It's going to be a video. It's not going to be a live stream. It's going to be my first production video I'm going to put in the works tomorrow. So I can't wait for that. And again, if I have a chance, I will live stream my reactions to the exit interviews. If not, that'll come the next day. But we got so much time this summer, guys. I'm going to be occupied dropping content. Dan, how do you feel about Fultz being the youngest player to get a triple-double? And how do you feel about Denver being out of the playoffs by 1 game? I always said, man, I never give up on young players early. I knew Fultz had talent in him. You could just tell, he had a bad start to the season, but you just never call young players busts, It's not till like the 4th season when you can really see what they're becoming. So to everybody who was calling this guy a bust, now you see that the guy can produce, and I can't wait to see what he does in the playoffs. So I'm happy for him, with all the criticism he got early. It can't be easy for a rookie. As far as Denver being out of the playoffs, I really don't care about Denver or Minnesota. I think both of those teams, either one was going to get bounced out in the first round regardless. So we'll see what happens there. But, it's nice to see that Jimmy Butler came back and was able to put his team on the map and get them to the playoffs, right? So that's always good to see for them. But it should be interesting playoffs. I can't wait. By the way, I'm going to address the playoff seeding in the same video later on. As soon as we're done talking about the Lakers, I'm going to address the playoffs. So I can't wait to get into that. Man, the season has come and gone. It was fast, wasn't it, bro? It was super fast. Hey, Dan, I had to get you first to 100 wins. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Lakers did 115 and 100. Yep. It's the law. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, don't quote that guy, man. Lawler. Oh, my goodness. I heard he was talking trash about our Lakers tonight. I didn't tune in myself, but somebody on Twitter hit me up. So that's interesting. Hey, Dan, Ennis signed through next year? No, I wouldn't bring him back. But again, I'm going to address this in the video. I'm going to give you as to a reason why in my next video coming up tomorrow. So I might even start working on that tonight. I got to put all the clips together and everything, and as well as my commentary. And it might take me a couple of hours. So that's the reason I didn't put it out tonight. I wanted to watch the game and concentrate fully. But grades coming out tomorrow, man, with a whole lot of content. Got you, bro. Hart almost beat D'Lo at 3-point Lakers rookie record. Yeah, man. I mean, Josh Hart, I keep telling people they want to put a floor on him, right? But the sky is the limit for him. I mean, offensively, he's still scratching the surface. I know he was he's not a freshman coming out of college, but he still has a lot of potential, man, and he continues to get better. Again, the player that I see a lot of similarities to. Now, I'm not saying he's going to become this player, but he reminds me a lot of Jimmy Butler. So for me, the ceiling on Josh Hart is really high, and I can't wait to see what he becomes in a couple of years. But Dan, OKC is screwed in the first round. They're facing Portland Trailblazers, the team that swept them this season. That's going to be a good matchup, though, because, again, Portland has a deeper bench. Although it's not like grade A level bench, but Portland does have a deeper bench than OKC. And we all know that Lillard and CJ are going to bring it. And we know that Russ is going to bring it and Paul George. Now, question is Carmelo going to bring it? Because that can kind of even out the series. However, if Carmelo doesn't bring it, and they're going to have to rely on that bench and on Steven Adams, I'm just not sure they have enough to get past the first round, which I hope not, right? I hope that's the case. So I'm rooting for Portland for sure. Then all of our rookies are no longer rookies. No more excuses. That's right, man. They're growing and they're getting better. So you can only be happy for them, man. It's I'm take off the jacket because I'm getting hot. But man, let me tell you something about those rookies, man. They really showed out again. Oh, is it OKC versus Utah? I don't think so because Portland won tonight, wasn't it? Didn't Portland win? So if Portland wins, that means that they're going to move up in the standings. If you're looking at the NBA rankings or not, I don't think they've updated yet. So, yeah, it should be versus Portland. Let me check. Let me double check that. Yeah, I think it's Portland since they won tonight. It's I think they're the third seed. So, oh, did they? They moved up to fourth? Wow. That's a turn of events. I didn't see that. Let me see. Let me go look at the standings. Oh, they did. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Okay, so it's – and they have home court advantage now. Wow. So they're going to have a good shot against Utah, even though I love the rookie Donovan Mitchell. I love what Rudy Gobert does, and I absolutely love their bench. However, Ricky Rubio I think is going to be the key to that series, believe it or not. Yes, Ricky Rubio. Why? Because Ricky Rubio has been balling. He's shooting a career high this season, and he's been playmaking and playing good defense. So to me, he's going to be the wild card in that series. They're going to need him, the Utah Jazz. I really like Donovan Mitchell, but it's going to be a tough matchup going up against Westbrook in a 7-game series. So, oh, my God, that's actually even a more interesting series simply because Donovan is a rookie, and, you know, he's one of my favorite rookies this season. So I can't wait to see what he does. But, wow, okay, let's look at that matchup really quick. So we got in the West, all right, these are the matchups. Houston's going versus Minnesota. Houston should take that in 5 or 6 max. Golden State versus San Antonio. Golden State. Same thing, 5 or 6. Unless the injuries continue to plague Golden State, I don't see that really being a series. Now, Portland versus the New Orleans Pelicans is going to be a good one. I still think Portland gets it simply because they have home court advantage. But, you know, New Orleans always has a chance with that beast, Anthony Davis. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting series. Now, Oklahoma versus Utah, to me, is a coin flip. If they would have faced Portland, I give it to Portland simply because of bench depth. But Utah's bench depth, I mean, let's take a look at their roster. Who do they have on the bench? Let me see. Okay, so we got Utah has Tony Bradley, Alec Burks, Jay Crowder, who's become a very good three-point shooter, Dante Exum, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles, Jonas Jabreko, Eric McRae, Raul Neto, Donovan Mitchell, and Royce O'Neal, Ricky Rubio, Tabo. So they have some depth on them for surely. For surely they're going to have a good chance. But the home court advantage, man, the home court advantage is crazy. This is my last recap for the Lakers for the year, of course, because we didn't make the playoffs. However, I'm going to be recapping some playoff games, the better ones preferably. But that is crazy, man. I got to tell you, Utah versus Oklahoma is one to look at. Because to me, that's a coin flip. Again, remember, Donovan is still a rookie, even though he plays like an all-star vet. But he's a rookie, so anything can happen, man. anything is possible. Portland? No, I just looked at the standings. It says right here. Let me see. It's a little confusing because they probably haven't adjusted them yet. But it says yeah, Portland is playing New Orleans based on the standings, and Oklahoma is playing Utah because OKC moved up to the 4th seed somehow. I'm not even sure how, but they jumped from 8th seed to 4th, I guess, because certain teams lost tonight. But that's going to be crazy. But I do love the matchup, man. The matchup is going to be fun. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for the matchup. Then you can make Young Core using song Superstar by Lupe Fiasco. I'm making a mix, but I haven't decided on the song yet. So like I said, I got a lot of videos coming up for you guys. I can't wait. Blazers versus Pelicans. That's going to be crazy series too, man. You sure? You sure Oklahoma City's playing Portland? I'm not sure. You guys might be right, but I guess the standings haven't updated yet, or I'm not sure because right here on NBA.com it shows OKC at the 4th seed. And if that stands, it's going to be them versus Utah. I'm not sure. So we'll see. Yeah, it looks like they're playing Utah. Yeah, you guys are confusing me in the comment section, man. Yeah, it's Utah OKC, right? That's what I thought. Okay. So, yeah, that matchup is going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be nuts. That to me, that's a coin flip. Simply because, again, the inexperience of Donovan Mitchell. They're going to count on him a lot. Ricky Rubio has to show up too. We know Rudy Gobert is going to do what he does, finish around the paint and defend. We know Joe English, he's going to knock down some shots. He was big in the playoffs last season. So, man, this is going to be a crazy match. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait to see the playoffs, guys. They kick off Saturday. I haven't checked out the schedule yet. However, I know that they kick off Saturday. Now, let's look at the Eastern Conference. I'm curious. Okay, so we have Toronto plays Washington in the East. We have Boston playing Milwaukee. Boston is injured, so that should be interesting, even though Milwaukee got blown out tonight. We have Philadelphia playing the Heat. That's another interesting series, but I'll give it to Philly based on how they've been playing. And then we have the Cavs versus Indiana. Now, the Cavs being the 4th seed, that's the lowest seed they've been in years since having LeBron. So that's going to be interesting because Indiana's playing really good basketball. They finished with a 48-34 record, 14 games above 500. And that's going to be a little challenge, guys. That's going to be a challenge for LeBron. So I'm telling you guys, this is going to be crazy. You should do a video about how the rookies did this year and your rookie of the year pick. Yes, that video is coming for sure, Jesus. But not just how the rookies did. I'm ranking the top 5 steals of this draft, as well as the biggest winners from the draft and the biggest losers. So I got some videos coming up for you for sure. But my rookie of the year is Donovan Mitchell, simply because he plays in the tough West and he's the best player on his team offensively. So I give it to Donovan. Stephen A made a good point about Ben Simmons. He's not even the best offensive player on his team. Joel Embiid is. Joel Embiid is the best offensive and defensive player on that team. So therefore, I will say I have to give it to Donovan Mitchell, as well as I don't consider Ben Simmons a rookie because this is his 2nd year and he had an advantage of traveling with the team and learning from their system. So he got that under his belt. So to me, Donovan won it. But however, the numbers that Simmons has been putting up are pretty impressive. So the NBA, it's a coin flip. They can go either way. So we'll see. I'm very happy we won this game. Yeah, me too, man. This jacket is really magic, guys. I'm going to put it away as soon as the video is done, back into its case, because it has come through in the clutch. I mean, we've only probably lost 4 times in total when I wore this jacket, and I probably wore it about 20 times this season. So I'll go back and count. But very, very excited for this lucky jacket, as well as, like I said, these playoffs are going to be nuts, guys. They're going to be crazy, man. I'm looking at the East again. That Indiana Pacers matchup versus Cleveland. I mean, let me just read off some of these roster players on the Pacers. They got some depth to them, So Cleveland's going to struggle. I mean, they got that those 2 rookies they drafted from UCLA, right? They got Bojan Bogdanovic. We know he's a sniper. Trevor Booker, he's a paint guy. He's gritty. He's going to go up against Tristan Thompson. Darren Collison, very good backup guard. But, Al Jefferson, Corey Joseph. I like Corey Joseph off the bench. Very, very good player. TJ Leaf, I haven't seen much of him, so I don't know how he's doing this season. But they do have Victor Oladipo, which might go down as the most improved player of the year. Alex Poitras, I'm not sure if he's played this season. Again, I haven't really watched a lot of Indiana. But Glenn Robinson III, Donatas Sabonis. And then they have, of course, the wild card that is Lance Stevenson. We know he loves going up against LeBron and getting under his skin, so that's going to be fun. Miles Turner. He's a beast, man. He can stretch the floor. He plays defense, and he's athletic. He finishes around the paint. Thaddeus Young, he's been there before. He has a lot of playoff experience. And Joe Young. So that roster right there is going to put up a fight. They're going to win at least It's going to be at least a 5 to 6 game series, at least. My hope is that it goes to 7 games. I want to see LeBron struggle, and that'll be exciting to watch for me. Also going to be cheering for the individual success of Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. I'm so curious to see how they perform in the postseason. So there's something else to watch for us. It's fun, man. Just it's going to be fun. Low-key finals. Portland versus Toronto, but it's rigged, so it's not happening. We'll see, man. We'll see, Matt. These playoffs to me are going to be unprecedented, and I want something spectacular to happen. I want some underdog team to come up and make it. That'll be real fun to me. The Pacers always give the Cavs trouble, and they're a very good, well-coached team this season. So I cannot wait to see what happens there. Ball, Hart, Ingram, Kuzma, and Randall, 35 wins, 13 best defense. Yeah, man. You know what? Huge improvement, because I believe the last couple of seasons we were dead last in the league on defense. So huge improvement there. So again, that's going to reflect on the grade I give the team tomorrow. I cannot wait. I want to know who you don't want to see on this roster next season. That's coming up on the video tomorrow, man. I'm going to bundle it all up, all the information, grades, who I think should come back and shouldn't, and all that good stuff. So I can't wait. Dan, it's Houston and the Cavs in the finals. It very well could be. On paper, that's what it looks like to me. But, we still got to play. Injuries happen. And, sometimes even poor officiating decides games, So I can't wait to see what happens. But, we'll see. Hopefully the Rockets make it. I think Chris Paul deserves a title. And it would just be fun to see Mike D'Antoni get his first championship. He is one of the first ones that started the run and gun era, and he's never properly had his respect. So, yo, Dan, I want to trade for Patty Mills. I like him as a backup guard. He's very good. That's not a bad option there, but depends on what they want. But yeah, I do like Patrick Mills, and he's always been a very good backup. Dan, Golden State Warriors ain't gonna make it because of Curry. That could very well be the case. However, they have enough depth, man. That they have enough depth that they could make it. I mean, they have Kevin Durant, still Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and a very good bench. So, I mean, it shouldn't be for lack of depth. But it could be that they miss his leadership and his playmaking abilities, and it's a deep West. So don't sleep on Philly out in the East. Definitely not, Rex. I really like what they did this season, and I think they're going to have a pretty solid path to the Eastern Conference Finals, at least based on what everybody's saying. But again, the games have to be played. So since they don't have a lot of playoff experience, we'll see how they perform. I'm still iffy, but I do like Philly's team for the East to rival the Cavs eventually. That would be fun. Golden State Warriors got blown out by 40 yesterday. Yeah, they did. I'm telling you, they've been inconsistent this season. And you could tell because they're not even the best team in basketball, even though they have one of the best rosters, if not the best in basketball. So this season was not their year in the regular season. However, with that roster, you should be able to turn it up in the playoffs. But we'll see. To be determined. I'm sleeping on Philly. They're going to get rolled. Not in the first round. I doubt they get rolled in the first round. They've been playing very good basketball. Hard to predict because of injuries, too. Yeah, you're right, Jesus. Anything's possible. And hopefully injuries don't impact the playoffs this season. But, again, things I'm hoping for, the Cavs not to make the finals, the Warriors not to make the finals, and also I'm hoping for the Thunder to get blown out of the playoffs in the first round. That would be a recipe for success for a Laker fan personally, because that opens up so many opportunities. By the way, there's a rumor going out that Kevin Durant is going to opt out to rework his deal, restructure it with the Golden State Warriors. However, I think there's going to be something different to that. I think if he opts out, he might look around the market. So the Lakers might have a chance. I'm telling people, man, don't underestimate it. I mean, he left the team that drafted him, so anything's possible. But if he opts out of his contract, all bets are off. That's all I'm saying. He could also be restructuring it with Golden State, but I think a lot's going to depend on if they win the championship or not. We'll see, man. Nothing's guaranteed. Again, a lot of people thought he was going to opt in. He's already opting out, so that's a little bit unexpected. He said, what? Rams are not going anywhere? Oh, my goodness, Skip. Come on, bro. The Rams are getting to the Super Bowl this season. Come on, man. We made too many improvements this offseason. We were already the best offense last season, and we're also going to be the best defense in the league. So best offense and defense, that's a recipe for Super Bowl appearance. So that's the least I can expect from my Rams. If they make a Super Bowl appearance, I'll be happy. Whatever happens, of course, you want to win it all, but as long as they make that Super Bowl appearance, I'm happy, man. He said, Dan, would you honestly rather see Boston in the finals over Cleveland? I really hope Boston and Philly both get bounced early. No, I never said I wanted to see Boston in the finals. And they're definitely not going to make it without Kyrie Irving. But I'd rather see Toronto, Philadelphia, or any other team make it to the finals other than LeBron. I'm so tired of seeing LeBron in the finals. The only time I want to see LeBron in the finals is if he does decide to come here to LA. You know, that's the only time I want to see LeBron in the finals. Other than that, I'm so tired of seeing his mug in the finals. He gets all the calls from the refs, and there's always some baloney call, you know, down the stretch that changes the course of the series. I just don't want to see that. I want to see good, gritty, hard-nosed basketball in the playoffs. And I want to see talent win in the playoffs ultimately, not refereeing. So that's something to look out for. The referees have been horrible, not just for the Lakers, but for a lot of teams this season. And hopefully that doesn't carry over to the playoffs because that'll be disappointing. I'm looking for good competitive equality, you know what I mean? Dan, who opted out of their contracts? I missed that part. Kevin Durant is going to opt out of his contract to, quote-unquote, restructure his deal with the Warriors. However, if he opts out, all bets are off. Like I said, Magic is coming like a shark. Trust. Magic has connections. If he didn't already speak to him, he will be the first one on the phone. Dan, the Rams are on the rise just like the Lakers. Yes, sir, man. LA, stand up, baby. We got great sport franchises to cheer for here, man. We should never, ever cheer for any other teams other than the main teams, the originators from LA. So a healthy Lakers roster equals a playoffs next season. 100% I believe that. Yes, I do. Rams will be the best on both sides. I cannot wait, Michael Ray. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be super exciting. We have so many things to look forward to. Soccer as well. Yes, Kevin King. The World Cup's coming up. So for those of you that don't watch soccer, tune into the World Cup. I'm telling you, you might just become fans because it's always fun. He said real DTLA fans would know that DTLF used to have his post-game videos and controversial videos. And LXM, one of them, bro. Yeah, when I first started, my girl was on the videos for sure. She eventually she got a job and she didn't have time to come on with me all the time. So eventually I just made it into my own channel. But yes, this was originally going to be a channel for me and my girl. So, hey, you go way back, bro, if you remember that. Yes, you do. That's crazy. Dan, remember your ranting videos? Yes, I do, man. That was I was really suffering as a Laker fan back then, as I'm sure all you guys were when we were at the helm. When we had Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss at the helm. So, yes, I remember ranting. And if they ever came back, I'd do it again, man. I wasn't happy till they left town. DTLF at the park at the beginning. Oh, yeah, man. That was actually this season, though. But, yeah. Dan, your ranting videos were amazing. Man, I was upset, bro. I'm sorry about that. I don't like spewing negativity, but I'm very passionate about the Lakers. You guys know that already, you know. So I hope it never gets to that point where I have to rant and vent again, but I'm sure it will, because in sports that always happens, right? Decisions that we don't agree with get made, and sometimes boneheaded stuff happens. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Dark times are over, man. We're officially trending upwards. So I love it. Mitch got hired officially by the Hornets, and it's not only GM but president. It's their funeral, man. So it is what it is. I'm glad you did those because I wanted to rant too, but you did it for me. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's therapy. Sometimes you just got to let it all out, you know? I'm all about positivity, but sometimes you just got to punch the wall or something. It gets frustrating, man. All those years. This is going to be our 5th season missing the playoffs, man. I never imagined that the Lakers would go consecutive seasons with by missing the playoffs. But again, we hit rock bottom, and you know, once you hit rock bottom, that's the only way to go up, and that's what we did. We hit rock bottom, and now we're you know, flying upwards. So we're good, baby. We're good. Get Mitch out of town. Why was he here in LA for the Elgin Baylor statue unveiling? I mean, he has ties to LA always because he did help us get a couple of championships with some of the moves he made. However, I think most of those moves were really made by Jerry Buss. And he was his apprentice who never really lived up to, you know, once Jerry died, God rest his soul, he never really lived up to the hype. Like Mitch was supposed to be the next in line to to take over. So it's tough that it didn't happen for us. And some people blame the son Jim Buss. However, everybody has to take responsibility for their own actions. And at the end of the day, if a boss of mine is trying to make me do stupid stuff like give out max contracts to Deng and Mozgov or something close to that, I'd rather resign and step down and save my dignity than to do that. So that's the part where Mitch Kupchak lost me. I used to respect him before that, but I know a lot of people say he did a good job, but I'm just not a fan of his ever since he handed out those contracts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the reason he lost my respect and a lot of Laker fans' respect, because he was the puppet for Jim Buss, quote unquote. But like I said, everybody needs to take responsibility for their own actions. That's just the way it is. LeBron and Durant are besties. They have a chance to play with each other. If they come to LA, it would be epic. I agree, and that's something to watch out for. I mean, super teams aren't built overnight, There's always like behind the scenes conversations and stuff. So, yep. Jameson Mesa says, Dan, I found your YouTube channel video about the last Los Angeles Lakers about halfway through this card. She can only wish I had come across it sooner. Love all your videos, content you put about the Lakers. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. You guys are too kind. And we got a lot more coming up, man. You're going to love me even more once I put out these next videos. Very entertaining content, and that's what I strive for entertainment and, of course, for breaking news to you guys as well as my thoughts. So that's what I want to be, man. I just want to bring that Laker entertainment extended over the summer because, we Laker fans never really stop thinking about the Lakers, even during the summer. I mean, we still obsess over it. To be a fan means to be obsessed, and we're obsessed with basketball and especially the Lakers. So this channel is for the obsessive. I mean, tons of players got crazy contracts that year. Yeah, it's terrible. Wait, let me read your comment. We got a Mitch fan up here. Let's see. He said, yeah, it's terrible, but the contracts are all over the NBA. Still not a good reason why they called Timothy Mozgov the first day of free agency. Again, to me, that's just to save face because you couldn't get meetings elsewhere, and you knew you were going to get fired. So Jim and Mitch, they set themselves a timetable of 4 years, and if they didn't ascend, they were going to step down. So they didn't even want to step down after those 4 years. So we had to take them out via Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. So that's what it is. Dan, will you do a highlights mix for our two-way G League players? I'm doing a mix that includes the whole team, man, end of the year mix. So I'm still searching for the right content, but it's work. It's going to take me a couple of days, but I got you guys, man. End of the year mix. I try to make them as epic as possible. Dan, OKC's offense is going to struggle against Utah because Adams can't stretch the floor, leaving Gobert in the paint to clog it. I agree with that, but remember, they could always go small ball and put Carmelo at the 4 or the 5 and try to run up and down. However, I just think their bench depth is not going to really be able to survive in the playoffs. That's just me, though. We'll see. I found you last offseason, and you have been consistent all season long with the Lakers content. Much respect, and thank you. I appreciate it, AJ. Thank you for noticing, brother. I strive and try to be consistent as possible. Like I said, I was just as hungry as you guys for content before creating this channel, and I just needed it to I needed this channel to be able to connect with Laker fans all across the world and just promote the Lakers, man, because they deserve, even through the struggles, they deserve our loyalty and our respect and our fandom. Dan, make a b-ball mix of you and send it to the Hornets. Mitch will give you a max. That's funny, bro. You might just do that, huh? Dan, are you waiting for that day? Breaking news, Paul George signs with the Lakers. I've been dreaming of that day for years, man, ever since he announced he wanted to be a Laker. So, yes, I have been waiting for that. Oh, is this a revelation? Jesus, my King 777 says, us Laker fans need to stick together. I love it, bro. He's actually a Sacramento Kings fan, and it looks like he's finally converted to the dark side. Thank you for welcome aboard, brother. He's officially bleeding purple and gold. So everybody welcome Jesus, man. And he's always been a classy fan, even when he was rooting for the Kings. But now that he's finally on board, welcome him. He's definitely not a bandwagon. He's been here for since I can remember. So Much love and respect to this dude right here, man. Dan, PG-13 going to the Lakers for sure? I think so. I really do. I believe it as much as anything. Defense is very essential. Yes, it is. Yo, I didn't believe PG was coming home, but I believe so now. LA's the best hood. Yeah, man. You know what? I really do. I really do believe he's coming here. I mean, at the end of the day, it's always a dream come true to play for the Lakers, especially if you grew up a LA native. So, yes. Dan, would you sign Boogie for 1 year, second-year player option? Absolutely. That's the kind of deal I'm looking for with a Boogie. But again, this guy, we don't know how healthy he's going to be, so we'll see. He's seen the light, definitely. Welcome aboard, Jesus. Jesus King, I respect your Sacramento Kings, bro. They will be good soon, just like the Lakers. Yeah, man, let them have some love. This dude has been here for a while, so he's always showing us love, man. I could respect classy fans. Even some Celtic fans came over and they gave me props and they were really classy, so I could respect them, even though I really dislike their team, borderline hate it. Actually, no, I hate their team. But you can still respect when fans are classy, you know. That's what I try to be with every fan base. I try to be classy, except for the Clippers fan base. I just cannot stand their gloating, man. They gloat about nothing, and now their little window of imagination is over. So, Matt24, I do. They still exist. I have nothing against him as a player, but his fans overrate him. I don't know who you guys are talking about, but it sounds interesting. Dan, is it possible for the Lakers to get rid of Luol Deng this summer? Which methods can they use? Okay, that's a good question, Norman. It is very possible. Based on what I have been reading by the so-called experts, they say that all that it would require is our pick we acquired from Cleveland, as well as the next year's first-round pick, which we own. So teams are going to be salivating over getting that pick because they still believe we're not going to ascend, right, unless we sign max free agents. So that's absolutely one possibility. Another one is to stretch Luol Deng. However, that'll keep his contract on the books for more years. So that's not a very valuable option. So we'll see, man. But I think Magic can do it. He's already did it. He did Mozgov's contract, and he brought back two real hoopers in Kuzma and Josh Hart. So I'm excited, man. There are no more Clipper fans, LOL. Facts. I think tonight we overpowered Staples Center, even though it was their home game. It's never really their home game, but, they believe it's their home game. So they paint their court with a beach volleyball, and they have their, mascot who just it's a coincidence that he seems to look like the owner. So I think that was purposefully designed that way, but they're just a joke, man. And sometimes I feel sorry for their fans because their fans, I'm not sure if their fans know that the Clippers are a basketball team. They might probably think they're watching volleyball, with that logo, man. It's atrocious. It doesn't even look like a basketball, but Clippers got clipped. Yes, they did, man. We put them back in their place tonight, and it felt good. GP 23 is levels above Ennis. I agree with that. Definitely, if we bring one of these guys back, between Caruso, GP, and Ennis, it'll have to be between Caruso and GP for sure. Dan, read my comments. Let me see. How far up is it, man? If I lost you, I won't be able. Oh, there it is. Okay. He said, Dan, I don't care what anybody says. Well, one Paul George and the Lakers can beat Warriors and Rockets even in the conference finals. Well, I mean, you're going out on a limb a little bit there. It's when you put together a team, you just really don't know what you have till they play after 1 year. But it is definitely a step forward in the right direction, and it's definitely a playoff guarantee by signing Paul George. So it'll make us that much better. I mean, with KCP's inconsistency, imagine replacing that with Paul George, who's a better defender than KCP, and he's way better on the offensive end. I mean, he is an offensive superstar. Notice how I say offensive superstar because overall he's a really good all-star, borderline superstar overall, but he is an offensive superstar. Some people have called him a poor man's LeBron. I wouldn't go that far as calling him a poor man's anything. He's his own player, but it's just interesting, man. This summer is really gonna take us to another level, and I just can't wait to see what Magic and Rob have in store for us after all the promising moves they have made. Ennis and Caruso both be gone. Ennis and Caruso. I like Caruso. I'm not sure about Caruso, but if we can have an upgrade, then I'm open to it. He said, Dan, KCP got injured, bro. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him, but However, I just don't see him as a part of the Lakers' future. As you guys will, I will tell you why in tomorrow's video with the grades and all. But I think you guys already know why I don't see him as a part of the Lakers' future. He's too inconsistent, and Josh Hart is just a better, way more efficient, and including a better defensive player than him already. So, Dan, what are you going to do with your channel? There is so much, Vincent. I'm dropping a end of the year Lakers mix. I'm dropping grades tomorrow, as well as I'm going to be dropping the top winners of this season's draft, right? Who won the draft based on the production. I think we all know the answer to that, but I think you should still tune in because this video is going to be interesting. I got you guys all summer long. The lottery, I'm still going to live stream the lottery because even though we don't have a pick, sometimes those picks end up affecting us because, like, for example, let's say Phoenix wins the lottery. We know they're taking Ayton, right? So pretty much that's going to be a nuisance for us in our division. So we don't want that to happen. I actually cheer for an Eastern Conference team or somebody else to get the first pick. I do not want to say Andre Ayton. I don't want to see him in our division, just destroying us and trying to come at us. So yeah, I would like to see some other team get him, and stuff like that. So I'll be dropping videos and live streams still, especially when news breaks. So I got you, bro. Dan, if you were the GM, what are your first moves you'll make? First moves, try to get rid of the Luol Deng contract. The first move. Second move is I'm getting the young core to work extremely hard in building their endurance and their strength up and get ready for them. That way they won't get them ready for next season. That way they won't miss that many games. And the next move after that, I'm going to search the market. I'm going to test the market just to see if there's any star players available as soon as the playoffs end. Guys like Damian Lillard or Kawhi, just to see, you got to test the market. You got to probe to see if the asking price is not too high. And then my fourth move, of course, is I'm trying to re-sign Julius Randle as a priority, going after Paul George. And after that, if we got rid of Luol Deng, then I'm going after either LeBron, Boogie, or KD, or whoever's available. So that's the order of which I would execute things in. And I think Magic and Rob, great minds think alike. I think they're going to do something similar to that. So we'll see. But good question, man. It got me going for reals. Jeannie could get any free agents if she gave them. Oh, no, don't say that, JR. I'm not even going to read that, bro. You tripping. Dan, now I can see Lonzo Kemba rumors due to the numb Mitch Kupchak. I freaking hate him, man. It's not news. It's coming from me. Like, really, Dan? I can see the Kupchak eyes. I can see it in the Kupchak eyes. We're not making any deals with this guy, man. Based on what he did, I wouldn't even touch the phone and call him, man. You might catch a disease, so I'm good. Love you too, bro. Was this Julius Randle's last game as a Laker? I do not believe so. But great question. I'm gonna address that question a bit more in tomorrow's video. So got a lot of content coming for you guys, man. Dan, don't trust Carmelo anymore, bro. He is washed. One day he will choke in the playoff series against Jazz. Yeah, I don't trust him neither. I mean, he's never been great as a player. He's always been a good offensive threat, but he's still very streaky. So Randle sign and trade. That could happen as well. I'm afraid of that option because I really like what he brought. However, if that happens, that just means that the Lakers have absolutely decided that Kyle Kuzma is the future for them at the power forward position. So whatever happens this summer, it's going to be very, very telling of which direction we're going into, right? So I am curious. I'm very, very curious, man, to see what happens. PG is letting the Thunder go in the nicest way without upsetting the team in the playoffs. It's kind of like a breakup, but letting them go easy with his words. Yeah, I agree with that. He's been saying all the right things this season. And are we in panic mode if we don't get any free agents? Not at all, man. Luckily for us, this season was very promising, and we actually have a direction and an identity now. We are a fast-breaking team with a lot of scoring options and versatility. And we also play defense. We're a top 20 team defensively. We jumped 10 slots or more defensively. So we improved. As long as we continue to improve like this, at this pace, if everybody's healthy next season, we're actually slotted to win as many games as I said we were going to win this season, which was anywhere from 40 to 45. So, barring any injuries, with the current roster, we're still a playoff team. If we make an improvement, which I'm pretty sure we will, we're definitely going to be a playoff team. So it's all about staying healthy and just working on our endurance and getting stronger for the young players in the offseason. I think that's a big reason why they didn't play them these last 3 games. They don't want to risk aggravating any injuries that are currently there, and they just want to continue. They just want to continue. They want to continue getting better. We want our young core to improve, so that's all that matters. Free agency is going to be one of the priorities. However, it's not the top priority. Top priority is developing these young guys over the summer. So I expect to see most of them at the Summer League for sure. Dan, this game was a showcase to everyone that the Lakers are back on the rightful thrones as the Kings of LA. The days of the Clippers being better than the Lakers are over. It's funny. I agree with you, but they were never better than us because they never did anything in the playoffs. So we always had it. We were just rebuilding at the time, and that's all it is. So at the end of the day, they never really had the city. Dan, does your girl watch all the games too? She watches most of them, except the ones when she works. But yes, she definitely watches most of the games with me, and she's slowly but surely becoming a diehard. She knows she was really rooting for Andre Ingram. She liked how humble he was, and we were both rooting for him. So I hope he finds a home somewhere. But yes, my girl is one of a kind, man. Just got to stay healthy and take it one game at a time. Exactly. Should I start a Lakers channel or an NBA everything? It's totally up to you, bro. I would definitely support you. So anybody who wants to start a channel and needs tips or any kind of advice, I got you guys, man. I've helped a couple of guys with tips and stuff. So, it's always it's my pleasure. I'm the type of person that I like to encourage people to do what they love, right? If you love it, do it, man. You can never have too many of them. DoorDash or Postmates? I never tried Postmates, but I currently work for DoorDash, so I'm going to go with them. Kuzma, Ingram, Lonzo, Hart will not play Summer League. Well, I have to disagree. I would like to see Lonzo there to fine-tune his shot and to get his feet wet right before the regular season. So maybe a couple of games only, but for sure, I would like to see them. Are you finally going to watch Dragon Ball Super in the summer? If I have time, Vincent, but I have a lot of things planned for you guys, so we'll see. And also, I got a third job today. Well, not today, but I have a orientation scheduled. Looks like I'm going back to Amazon, so that's exciting for me. It'll keep me real busy this summer, and I'll be able to provide a little bit with better equipment to improve this channel and stuff like that. So, I was living paycheck to paycheck, and now I'm going to be able to, get on my feet a little bit more. So I'm excited for that as well. And it'll keep me busy till the Lakers season comes back around. So I can't wait. Dan, I'm going to watch your vids all over again this summer from the beginning, man. I appreciate that, Malibu. However, watch my new videos, man, because those are the real ones that you have to be invested in, because they're really going to be telling of our future, man. And I just want to discuss all the new stuff with you guys. So stay tuned, bro. Keep the new Ingram. I like them. I like them a lot. And he plays defense. So you getting married soon? I hope so. I hope that's the case, man. I definitely do want to get married. However, it's going to be tough because I'm currently going through a legal battle that I've been going through for years, man. That's the only reason I haven't got married to my girl, because I've been going through a legal battle for a car accident that happened that wasn't even my fault, yet I'm being sued millions of dollars. Well, they say millions of dollars, but I don't have that much money. I'm pretty much broke. So, people like to take advantage of good people, and it's all lawyer problems, man. But that's the only reason I haven't really married my girl, because I don't want to bring those problems to her life. So, pretty much that's it, man. But it's something that's been going on. I take it one day at a time. If not, I'd be stressed out and losing sleep over it. You know what I mean? But you got to stay positive, man, because God always has your back, and you got to keep marching forward. But yeah, man, thankfully I have the Lakers and my girl and my family to, keep my mind on the right track and not get depressed or whatever, because ultimately, one bad decision you make in your life, or even if it's not your fault, like in my case, things like these can try to ruin your life, because literally, like, it's like I haven't been able to do much because I'm afraid that, if I lose this case, something's going to happen in my life, negatively. But it's all good, man. I got my fans, I got my family and my girl, and I'm blessed, Appreciate it, Adam. I appreciate you, bro. 35 wins. Let's get it. Thank you, guys, man. I appreciate all the support. Dan, when I get a job, I'm gonna donate $100, man. Remember that, bro. I promise. You don't even have to do that, bro. It's the thought that counts. Thank you very much, man. It's not even about the money. It's just court things just get you stressed. You know, when you battle for years and you go with so many lawyers and I had insurance. That's the crazy part. It's like I should be covered 100%, but since I only had liability and this person just wants to come and get as much as he can, and it's just stuff like that. Is just it's frustrating, but at the same time, it's like. Everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? It humbled me as a person because, back in the day, I was a lot different. Like I was always humble. However, I was more opinionated and I felt like I was young and untouchable, right? And when this accident happened, it totally switched. Everything switched. Like it brings you down to reality. Hey, you're not untouchable. Yes, you are young, but it's a crazy world, man. It's like anything can change your life, the smallest thing. So you have to appreciate everything you have in life. And I think this Andre Ingram guy is the epitome of that. This guy, he worked so hard and he never stopped playing for the G League, even though he didn't make it to the NBA. All those years that eventually it paid off for him. So it just, no, I was not. I don't even drink, Adam. I was sober. Funny thing, I was taking my girl to the DMV to get her driver's license. And, pretty much, those left-hand turns you make that don't have an arrow. Well, I was in the middle of the intersection. I had complete command of the intersection. I'm getting ready to make a right. There's a car coming about probably like 80 feet away. It's this older guy. And he runs a red light and clips me on the back end of my vehicle when I almost completed the turn, right? So they end up blaming me because they say that he had the right of way, even though he ran a red light. They said that pretty much he had the right of way because he was going forward. So it's interesting, but how things work, how the law is kind of twisted. And even though he had he was older guy, he probably can't see right. He has a dog on his lap, and he ran a red light, and they still try to blame me. So that's just the way life is. But hey, man, it just teaches you got to be careful and, live your life one day at a time and just appreciate everything you have, because it's just like that. It could get taken away from you. And like I said, Andre Ingram is a great inspiration to guys like me. He lives it one day at a time, no matter what the problems in life he has. I mean, you can't really, you really can't tell that he's struggling. Like if I didn't tell you guys my problem, you probably wouldn't have known that I'm going through this for years already, So it's just it's crazy, right? It's crazy how life works. Like you can see the happiest person, but they're really it's good to ask them how they're doing and really take genuine interest in your neighbors, because you just never know how much they're struggling. Like some people are good at concealing their pain. I'm one of them. I go through a lot of stuff, but I'm good at concealing my pain. Like I lost my job last year. I broke my hand. I went through so many things, but now I'm starting to, God is providing and starting to get blessed. Now we're starting to move up again. Like I said, I'm about to get my third job, and I'm very, very excited. So, everything happens for a reason. Life is a journey, definitely, man. And the older you get, see, I'm 27 now. Like I said, when I thought I owned the world at this time, I was on top of the world. I was a cocky dude, man. And I was like 23 at the time. So I thought I was untouchable, right? But now, I mean, you just see that every day is a struggle, and you got to fight for your family, and the things that you have to earn them, right? So I always try to give words of encouragement to people, because people could be struggling. Like I go on Twitter and I see people that are stressed or depressed, and I try to help them out because that used to be me, right? So it wasn't until you find God that you find out that truly everything happens for a reason, and you got to have a purpose. So. Yeah, man. And you know what? The best part is the Lakers, man, because no matter what the problems are, you can always come back and look forward to something. At the end of the day, the Lakers are playing. That's always going to cheer me up. And at the end of the day, like I always have you guys to come back to. I have my girl who has helped me through life and got me through stuff. I have so many great things in my life that you just can't take it for granted, right? Some people don't even have that. So, if you have loved ones, parents, family, siblings, just love them, man, because you could lose them any day. That's a real, life lesson that you learn as you get older. You know what I mean? And that's why they say, and I know it sounds like a cliche, but they say, hey, the older you get, the wiser you get, because it's true. You learn from your mistakes and you learn from life. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the love, man. It sure does. He said, I hope you and your mom work out your differences, Dan. I appreciate it. We already have, man. We have a good relationship. She's actually coming to visit from Iowa. The first time since she moved out there, 5-6 months ago, and she's coming to visit on the 23rd. So I gotta pick her up from the airport, man. I'm excited for that. So we'll see. He said, I wish I lived near DTLF and knew you personally because we could hang out and ball together. Also, let's see what she said, bro. Sounds nice. He said, also, I watch Laker games. Yeah, man. But you know what? Even though we can't always connect in real life, we connect through the channel, and I feel like I know you guys personally. Like, I talk to a lot of you guys on Instagram, Twitter. Like, you guys are all my family, man. Laker family for sure. For sure, you guys are my second family, man. What's my second channel's name? It's called Two Piece Combo, but I really haven't uploaded, man. It's been a while. Again, been working, so but I will. I got you guys. Like I said, if you guys want to challenge me, if you guys ever want to challenge me, I'm always open for it. You guys could always face me. 1v1. I'm very competitive, so. He said, damn, Dan, you make me never want to take a break again. You're the true Laker fan. Oh, man, you guys are all true Laker fans. If not, you wouldn't be here. Again, another losing season, but the most faithful are right here watching. So I appreciate all you guys. Dan, your mom works in Iowa? No, she lives over there, man. She got married, so and she moved out over there. It was a kind of a surprise when she got married. We didn't know the guy personally, but hey, I'm happy for her. For a short time we weren't talking, but everything worked out, and again, she's going to come visit soon, so I'm very excited for that. Dan, what's your archetype for NBA 2K18? I don't remember, man. I really haven't played that mode. I play a lot of my team when I get a chance, so that's what I play the most. But I think it was a 6'10" power forward, athletic, and could shoot threes. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. My mama has a life too, for sure, man. Dan, you're gonna do a collab? If it presents itself, for sure, man. I don't have nothing planned right now, but yeah, man, I'm always open. The Knicks just fired Hornick. Oh man, that's unfortunate. You can never be happy when anybody gets fired, but they did want to move in a different direction, so I kind of saw that coming. That's cool, man. That's that's not cool that he lost his job, but it's good for the Knicks. They need to move forward and improve as a team. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. I don't think she's working right now. No. She's taking care of her husband. He recently had like a throat surgery or something like that. So yeah. I hope the Knicks hire D Fish. Oh wait, LOL. That's funny. Dan, you gonna record any pickup games? Yeah, man. You know what? So far, nobody has challenged me online. But if anybody challenges me and can drive out to me, because I don't have time to drive out to everybody, I'll definitely record it, man, and I'll post it on 2 channels, on this one and on my other channel, so that way it gets out there. But yeah, it's just, I love basketball, man, and I look forward to meeting some of you guys and balling you up right afterwards. Nothing personal, but I gotta cross you up really quick. Collab with Tone from the Lake Show. I'm always open, man, but I think Tone lives in Oregon or Utah. I don't remember where, but yeah, he's a great dude, man. He's one of the ones who asked me for a lot of advice when he first started his channel. So very proud of him and the stride he has made in his channel. So he continues to grow. Go ahead and check him out, guys. Tone from the Lake Show, good dude, man. He also had the dream of playing in the NBA till he got injured. So that's crazy. I want to see if you're nice as you say. LOL. Well, you know what? It's funny you say that because that's exactly how the last time I worked in Amazon, my coworkers would talk smack to me because they knew I was a hooper. And I ended up going undefeated on one-on-ones in my whole Amazon job. And as you know, hundreds of people work there. So I think I'm pretty good, man. I've always had confidence in myself. And I don't think I'm NBA level right now because I'm out of shape. But when I get in shape, I'm pretty close, man. I'm pretty close. Dan, the type of guy to wear a full Lakers uniform at a park when playing ball. Man, I used to do that when I was younger. I definitely used to do that. And sometimes people would call me Kobe because I used to get hot. So that was when Kobe was in his prime. But yeah, man. Laker Film Room. Oh, that's another great Laker YouTuber, man. Love that guy. Very knowledgeable. Yeah, I'm always open to collabing with any Lakers family. They just got to reach out to me, man, for sure. You should collab with. What position do you play? Point guard. I'm a point guard. I can play some shooting guard though, but I'm a point guard for sure. I absolutely love getting my teammates involved. That's like my favorite thing to do. Let me see. He said they should do that truth fiction. I don't know what that is, bro. You won the Amazon League. No, it wasn't a league. It was just playing versus my coworkers, you know. So they know who they are. If they're watching this video, they know I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. My baby was there present. Huh, baby? You were there when I beat all my coworkers in Amazon. You remember that?
Yep, you whooped.
1v1. There you go, guys. You heard it from the lion's mouth.
More than once, too.
Huh?
More than once.
The legend, the myth. I'm telling you guys, man, it's not a myth. It's I'm very good at basketball.
I didn't believe you.
I mean, nobody believes what they don't see. You know, I keep saying I'm good at basketball, but I haven't put any videos out there.
Where doesn't believe should come. The whoop ass.
Oof, hey, that's my girl talking smack for me. That's why I love her.
And I'll record too.
Huh?
Now record it.
You're gonna record? Okay. You heard it here first, guys. She's gonna be the recorder. If whoever wants to come and get spanked, bring it. Or even if you beat me, hey, if you beat me as a better man, better player, I'm humble in defeat, so it doesn't matter, even though I rarely taste defeat. But yeah, I mean, my girl knows. You heard it from my girl's mouth. You could break my ankles, but I'm gonna recover and block your shot, bro. So it doesn't matter. I'm a great defender. Again, if you break my ankles, it's because I'm playing great defense. It's all good. Can you 1v1 your girl? I could.
I would. No, I would.
You know what? One time I played her 1 versus 1. I was using my left hand only, and I barely beat her. She's actually pretty good. She could hit the shots and everything. So it runs in the family. I put you on skates. It don't matter, bro, because I was actually a good skater when I was young. So that's good. Put me on skates. A lot of people talk smack, but they never back it up. Come bring it, man. Bring it. I'm the type to back it up. You said, wish my wife could shoot a free throw. That's funny. Could I beat Ennis? You know what? He's in shape right now, so he probably slightly edged me out, but I'm better than him at shooting and playmaking for sure. Dan versus Keyboard Warriors. That's funny. Where are you located, Dan? I'm 100% down for a 1 versus 1. I stay off the 10 freeway on Rancho in the city of Colton. So I'm in the Inland Empire. You guys know I grew up in Compton, California. However, I moved out here a couple of years ago. And yeah, I've been out here just whooping. There's not a lot. That's not too much competition that can match up with me, but there's a couple of guys that are pretty good out here. But either way, just again, follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, and we make it happen, man. And if you guys want, we could put it on the vlog. So don't underestimate any NBA player. The worst player in the NBA would probably beat any of us. Well, you know, I felt like I always had the talent to play in the NBA, so I'm not sure if I'm underestimating him or just overconfident in myself. So there's so much I could do, man. Compton or Colton? Funny thing, I grew up in Compton, but I now live in Colton. So yes, you heard it right. Colton, Cali. Blessings to Dan and his loved ones. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. You guys are super kind. Compton and Colton kind of rhymes. Isn't that funny? People used to tell me that all the time, man. Dan versus Quinn Cook. Quinn Cook is actually balling right now, so I actually respect the dude. Hey, Dan, need a job? I could hook you up in San Bernardino that they pay $17 to start. Sounds good, man. You know what? I'll hit you up if I ever do need a job again. But I just acquired my 3rd job. I'm going to the orientation on Monday. So, but I definitely appreciate you, man. Dan, can you beat Kwame Brown? Probably not. I mean, dude is huge. I mean, unless he's gonna post me up and finish over me. But I could definitely outshoot him. I could beat him in a 3-point contest, or I mean, if I take him off the dribble, I just don't know how I'm going to get a stop. This dude is probably like 300 pounds, posting me up, just dunking on me every single time. Sure. Dan versus D-Wade. D-Wade would take me for sure. That's a legend, man. Dan, you can't stop me in the post. We'll see. Bring it, bro. Don, be about it, bro. Bring it. I would love to. I accept your challenge. You know. Dan versus Jamal Murray. Oh man, I would love to play that kid. He's very talented, but I don't like him because he disrespected our Lakers. I have a 12-inch vert. Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna get in shape, and y'all gonna stop talking smack. I guarantee it. I'm 6 feet tall with shoes, bro. I play like a young D Rose. That's what's up. That's what's up. I can respect that. Dan, I think you could beat D'Angelo's broken knees. D'Angelo's actually one of those guys I truly respect. So I'm not going to talk smack about him. I think his skill level is really good. If his maturity ever catches up, he could eventually become an all-star, but he has a ways to go. Who's winning the NBA championship? I hope Houston, but it still looks like Golden State's the favorite. But I think Houston is a dark horse. If everything, if they mesh well in the postseason, Chris Paul and James, then they're gonna have an advantage over a lot of backcourts. Dan can't even touch the net. Oh, Adam, you got jokes. You got jokes. Probably right now, I could grab the backboard right now because I'm out of shape. I can't hold on to the rim like I used to, but. For sure, it doesn't matter, man. I'll still take you out, bro. Can you beat LaMelo? Definitely. LaMelo doesn't know nothing about street ball life, man. We tough out here. He grew up in Chino Hills. He was protected by his pops. You can see that if you try to rough him up a little bit, and I play hard defense, so this is street ball. If you try to rough him up, you can tell he's gonna crumble. So I can't wait. If I ever face him one-on-one, you watching this video, LaMelo, I challenge you to a one-on-one. And, winner takes all, meaning if you win, I retire from my YouTube career. But if you lose, it's a wrap, bro. You gotta basically say that you're not good. You got to come out and swallow your pride. So, Dan, can you posterize? Not anymore, man. Not anymore. Dan versus Andrew Ingram. Andrew Ingram. Andre, you mean, right? You set hard picks, Dan? No, but my brother does, man. I'm the point guard. I'm the one that's calling the plays. So he sets a screen for me, and you don't want to run into him. He's a brick wall. LaMelo watching. Hey, LaMelo, like I said, man, he can get it. LaMelo can get it if he's not scared. He's probably scared, though. I don't expect a reply. LeVar Ball is a street ball legend. He's never lost, right? We'll see. That's cold-blooded, Michael. You're making me laugh. He said LeVar is a street. He said LaMelo has a disease called. Wow, I can't believe you said that, bro. That's funny. I got money on LaMelo, homie. Sorry, get it, man. Hey, that's all good. I like when people doubt me. It brings more fuel to my fire, man. Like I said, I challenge anybody, man. Anybody who wants to play me, they can get it. Dan versus Isaiah Thomas. Now Isaiah is pretty quick when he's healthy. He'll probably get me on that. I respect Isaiah's game. Take Melo's Lambo away if you beat him. Hey, you know what? We could play for money. That's how much confidence I got. I'm not intimidated by LaMelo at all. I mean, this dude is a twig. He won't stop me when I post him up. He won't stop me when I'm too quick with my first step. He doesn't play any defense. I play D, man. He might get a couple of buckets, but he's going to have to work for those. Dan is the type to call a play foul in every play. Nah, man, we street ballers. We don't call fouls out here, bro. Unless it's that obvious and you'd like push me into the pavement or something, which some people have. Some people, true story, all right? And again, my girl, I could bring her out to testify or whatever. But true story, guys, there was a time when I was working out and I was super explosive. I used to play with a weight vest and still beat people, right? That's the best way to get explosive. People don't understand. Now, if you put too much weight on a weight vest, you can destroy your knees. And I was starting to have trouble with my knees. But I used to play people with a weight vest, and I would destroy them one-on-one or 3 versus 3 or whatever. And when I would take it off, I felt like I could fly, guys. Real story. I still have the weight vest. There was this one time I was playing this dude, and he was fat. Again, this is street ball. This guy was huge, and I was just dropping buckets. I think I had remember out here, street ball we play going up to 15, everything ones, including three-pointers. They all count for ones. Some people don't like to play like that, but for the most part, that's how we play to prolong a game, right? And I had probably 8 straight buckets. I'm talking 8 points. It was 8-3, and we were smacking. And I hear this fat guy tell his buddy, he goes, "Hey," he goes, "let me guard him. I'm gonna put a stop to this guy." I just laughed, right? I had a smirk, okay, you're gonna do that. And then so I do my little jab fake. They don't bite, so I just beat them off the dribble. First step is everything. People don't know that. And I get to the rim, and I see this big guy, right? He's just standing there with his hands out like this. I get up in the air. I'm talking, I was close to the rim. I was probably going to finger roll. My fingertips could probably touch the rim. That's how high up I was. Remember, this is the time I was super explosive, working out with the weight vest and all that good stuff. So I'm by the rim, and I'm about to lay it up when I feel my legs just get taken out from the bottom. Like, I didn't even see who it was. And I land on my back, man. I hurt myself, guys. I thought I had broken my back. I for the next couple of days, I couldn't walk or nothing. It was this guy, I don't want to say any names, but it was this guy. That was how he stopped me. That was the only way they could stop me, by trying to injure me. And that's something, when real hoopers know what I'm talking about, especially when you play street ball. When you can hoop, they can't really stop you. The only way they can stop you is by trying to injure you. So that's what happened that time, man. Swear to God, put it on my mother. It happened. I got taken out. My girl knows all about it. I told her about it. Were you there that day, babe? Yeah, when I fell on my back.
I think so. Yeah.
She was there. So she remembers, man. I was a hooper at the time. I used to work out with the weight vest. So you don't believe me, that's cool. But that's a true story, man. I put it on my mom. I put it on anything, even though I'm not supposed to be doing that. But that was a time I was really hooping. I was at the tip top of my game. My jumper was automatic. I was super explosive. I could get to the rim. I felt like I was going to make it to the NBA. Of course, my academics, I was never good in school. I was always in trouble and stuff like that, switching schools and stuff. So I didn't really pursue a basketball career or nothing like that. But I was a hooper, man, and I still am. I still got that competitive spirit, and I could pretty much take anybody. Dan, can you pump fake to a fadeaway sky hook shot? That would be very, very awkward looking, right? Dan, a lot of people from LA, South Central, Compton moved to Colton. Yeah, that's because Compton. Well, I moved personally because my mom got married the first time over here, and I moved that time. It didn't work out between them, but that's why I moved, because all my family moved. I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to move out of Compton. I had my friends and family out there. But in general, I've seen a lot of my friends move out here and stuff because how ghetto it is, down there in CPT, the 310. So, they want to get out of problems and stuff, so they move out. Said, Dan, I'd big body and dominate you. I'd pull the chair, bro. I'm not going to guard you straight up. I'm going to use my tactics. I'm very strategic, so it's not going to be that easy for you to just bully me. Dan, if the pattern is the same at the end of next season, the Lakers will only have a 9-game increase. 2 years ago, they won 17, then 26 the next year, and 35 this year. I'm hoping it's more. It'll be more if we can land max free agents. That's when it'll be more. Dan, 1 versus 1 for your YouTube channel. That sounds good to me, but what are you going to give me, bro? It has to be an equivalent, because I don't give up Laker Nation easily. And by the way, if you beat me on this YouTube channel, I'd be a man of my word, and I'd give you the channel, but I just start another one because I love the Lakers way too much. But it just ain't going to happen. I mean, you're not going to beat me, bro. But, I mean, what would you put up, Adam? I got to have something, too, if I win, right? We could have won 44 games. I agree, bro. I agree. Sidewalk University, 100%. If we would have stayed healthy, I think 44, no-brainer. Who is Dame with? Dame was with Portland. Damian Lillard is with Portland, man. Paul George is going to leave Choke Casey. That's funny. Dan, what shoes do you ball with? I've been running with the Dame 4s. Love them. Pretty much, like I said, the best shoes I've ever had were the Kobe 10s, man, the high tops. The ones that look like Luke Skywalker shoes. They're all the way up, and they're really thin. Those were the best shoes I ever had, but, man, I wore them out. They're worn out. Babe, can you bring my shoes? My Kobe shoes, the ones they're all destroyed. This is how you know I'm a hooper. I'm going to show you my street ball Kobe shoes. These things are worn out, man, but you could tell I got game just by looking at my shoes. Watch. They're ripped up, torn up, and I've still hooped in those.
Are they the elites?
Huh? The 9 elites?
I don't know.
Sure. Let me see. Check it out, guys. This is my hoop sneaker right here. This is my favorite shoe. It has lasted me probably about 2 years. This was a birthday present from you. Gave me this, right? For my birthday, you bought these for me.
No, you bought them.
Oh, I bought them. I remember she gave me some shoes. She gave me for my birthday, but yeah, these things are fire. Check it out though. Look how I've totally damaged these shoes. Look, that's from crossing people over. You know, of course, in street ball, you always mess up your shoes. So no matter what kind of shoes you have, you know, these are the best kind of shoes I've ever played. So these are my favorite for sure. They look brand new to you. That's funny, bro. You got to look closer. Are you disappointed with Lonzo's performance this season? No, and I will definitely bring my review tomorrow. My size on those, I think, is 11s. Yeah, those are size 11 for sure. Who is Dame with? Adidas, Nike, Under Armour? I've never seen them. I think it's Adidas. 11 in youth. You got jokes, bro. Adam's coming at me hard, but I bet you don't even hoop, bro. Crossing in the ZO2s. Oh, man. ZO2s ain't got nothing. Nothing on my Kobe's, bro. I'll beat you in flip-flops. Okay, that's how I know you're not a hooper. You come out in flip-flops, bro. No. Chanclas. Do you have tamale feet too? Nope. You said tamale feet. Kuzma signing with Big Baller Brand. Dan, I leave you crying when I get done. Okay. It's always the ones that talk the most that I end up destroying. So I hope I do see you in real life, but I pretty much know you're not going to show up, bro. You're the type to talk all this mess, but then end up telling me that your family came over to visit and you didn't show up. So, yeah. Yo, I seen a dude get dropped by a guy in a bike slides and socks. I mean, it's possible, but that ain't me, bro. I'm a hooper, and when I hoop, I gotta take my A shoes or my B shoes, but never chanclas or nothing like that. Markelle Fultz is now the youngest to get a triple-double. Yep, we heard. That's impressive, but I think there's a lot more greater things to come for his career. Can't handle my fadeaway hook. It's unorthodox. If you're fading away on a hook, it's a little unorthodox, don't you think? That's going to take away momentum from your shot, and the percentage is going to drop. But what you know about that? My next purchase for basketball shoes, I don't know. I got to go to Foot Locker and see what's up. I haven't bought any basketball shoes in a while, so I got to get my weight up. That's why we got this third job, and I'll be heading to Foot Locker as soon as I get a chance. Dan, you better have some health insurance, bro, because them ankles are mine. Oh, okay. We'll see. Well, like I said, guys, I'm on Twitter at Dan the Lakers fan. Also, you can find me on Instagram. I'm SoFly24, one word. And keep it locked, guys, because I got you guys all summer long. It's been fun, Laker Nation. This is the last post game for the Lakers this season. However, I got you guys on other NBA games, so it should be fun. And I'll catch you guys later, man. Stay tuned for tomorrow's grade video on the Lakers and a lot more to come. So appreciate you guys, man. Had fun talking to you guys. I got to get going. Looks like we heading to Walmart right now. Got to get some water. So I'll catch you guys later, man. Much love, Laker Nation, and peace out.